TJ. Niggas gon' hate, I don't care about them. Niggas gon' hate, I don't care about them. Not at all. No one can stop me, I feel like the greatest. Don't say be humble, I patiently waited. All of this love and I ain't even made it. I got a plan for them niggas that hate it.
What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, man? It's your boy, C Rizzy, and I am back with another episode, man. Now listen, in this episode, what we're gonna do, and I haven't done this in a while. Last time I did a preview episode to a game had to be last year. Like, we're talking last year, at the beginning of last season. But man, I'm back. I'm doing another preview game. This one right here today is, of course, Miami versus FSU. It's in the title, you know what it was. And I'm doing a preview to that. So pretty much what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go injury report for both teams. I'm gonna go talk about both offenses, give you their statistics, both defenses statistics, and I'm gonna give you my keys to the game for each team, and then I'm of course gonna make a prediction. All right, we're just gonna knock this one right out. So of course, the injury report, you see it on the screen right here. Brevin Jordan is probable. He was out, I think, for the past 2 games, maybe 3 games with a foot injury, but he is probable tomorrow. So good news for the Kings. As for Tate Martell, he still has that unspecified ailment going on, and he's still questionable for tomorrow, so we'll see where he is. And as for FIU, you get the thinking emoji, because I've looked. I could not find anything on them. I don't know if they don't have any significant injuries, because I doubt that they have no injuries. How rare would that be, right? But I wasn't able to find anything, so we'll see. I'm sure they're missing someone, but I really wouldn't know. That injury report was according to usatoday.com, so we'll see. Now, as for the offensive stats from both teams, this is according to ESPN. Right now, Miami is sitting at 83rd overall in the entire nation in total offense, which is, out of 120 isn't that, 130 is not that good, but it's actually better than what I thought it was when you watch Miami's offense. It can be very trying to watch at times, but it's 83rd, not the best. It's 9th in the ACC. We have the 36th passing offense, though, in the nation, which is 5th in the ACC. But what brings us all the way down to 83rd in the nation in offense is our rushing attack. We have out of 130, we have the 117th best, which means pretty much the 13th worst rushing attack in the nation, which is second to last in the ACC. So that's where we're standing at it right now. When you think about our O-line problems, it makes sense that we have a hard time running the football. Now, as for FIU has the 85th overall offense, so only 2 spots down from Miami. And we're talking about, when you think of the competition they're not playing the same competition as Miami, right? Obviously, they're not. They're FIU and we're Miami. We're in the ACC, they're in the CUSA. So they're 85th overall in offense. They're 8th in the CUSA in offense. They're 91st in the nation in passing. So obviously they have their struggles there. 10th in the CUSA. And as for rushing attack, they're 46th in the nation, 3rd in the CUSA. So, take what you want there. Both teams have their offensive struggles, obviously. Miami's lack of a rushing attack, however, could be a big concern for Miami. Really, maybe if not in this game, going forward, right? 117th. There's not too many teams worse at rushing the ball than Miami, so you got to tighten that up. Moving on to the defensive side of the ball, Miami has the 16th overall defense, which is pretty high, but it's pretty low for Miami. Miami's they've given up some big time plays. They gave up 40 earlier in the year to Virginia Tech. Sure, that was due to a lot of turnovers, but Miami's given up a couple big plays. A lot of these big plays, however, happened early in the year. We haven't seen nearly as much since Manny very obviously took over the defense, and we've been a lot better. But with our slow start this year, we're 16th in the nation in defense. That's third in the ACC. We have the 37th best passing defense, and we're fifth in the ACC in passing defense. We have the 13th best rushing defense in the nation, which is second best in the ACC. Now, this is some interesting stats for FIU, and I think this is going to be a big deal coming to the game. They have the 61st overall defense. Not too bad, right? I mean, it's at the topper half of the nation. 6th in the USA in overall defense. 13th in passing defense. 13th. It's pretty high. That's good enough to be second in the CUSA. But one of the big time reasons why they're 13th in passing defense is that they are 112th in rushing defense, last in their conference. So listen, that's an interesting dynamic, and it's something that I'm about to talk about in the keys to the game. So for Miami, keys to the game, we have 3 of them. Establish the run game. Establish the run game. Listen, you're 117th in the nation. That's no good when you have players like DJ Dallas and Cameron Harris back there. You should be better than that. And I understand the offensive line has struggled. You're going against one of the worst run defenses in the nation. One of the worst in the nation, 112. There's only 18 worst run defenses in college football. You have to attack it. You're bigger, you're stronger up front, and if you are you have to get it going. If we want to finish the season as strong as we think we can, we have some person, I think Brett McMurphy projected us to go to the Orange Bowl. You want to play in the Orange Bowl? You want to play big teams in the Orange Bowl? You want to get a big bowl game even if it's not the Orange Bowl? You better establish your run game. Establish it now. Get used to it now. Run the football. The second key to the game for the Miami Hurricanes. You do need to run the football. However, do not be afraid just because it's the 13th best passing defense in the nation that you're going against. Do not be afraid to do what you did against Louisville, to do what you did against Florida State, to take the top off of this defense. One reason that the FIU Panthers have the 13th best passing defense is because people don't need to pass. You're in the CUSA. A lot of those teams like to run out of the pistol. They like to run the ball, period. You're in the CUSA. Why pass the football when you can just run on the team as efficiently as they can? You have the better athletes. I mean, bottom line, they're going to probably be in a lot of zone to match up against it, but you have the better athletes. I don't need to go down the line of who you have. You have D. Wiggins and Jeff Thomas, just to name 2 of them that have been big-time players in the past couple weeks. Go ahead. Go deep. Don't be afraid to do it. Jaron Williams, his arm is healthy. He's fine. You're good. Throw the football. Go deep. Do your thing. And speaking of do your thing, the very last one is be yourself. Protect the football. Protect the football. I mean, it's very key for you. That's how teams stay in it. That's how teams start to believe they can win. If you turn the football over, especially early, it rejuvenates the team. And you know that here. The turnover chain is so big, not just because it's the turnover chain, but because it's a turnover. You have to protect the football. Be yourself. You are better than this team, clearly. You have more talent at every position. Be yourself. Don't let those guys get to you. Don't let them talk trash, and don't let them get you off your game. Be yourself. Protect the football. Go win the football. Now, as for FIU, number one thing is protect the football. I know I just said it for Miami, but you got to protect the football. Only hope that an underdog has is to be smart with the football. Protect the football. If anything, do not turn the ball. That's the number one thing. Don't turn it over, and you will have at least some type of chance against anyone you play. But if you start turning the ball over, it's going to get away from you, and it's going to get away from you quick. Number 2 for FIU is to get creative. If they want to have a chance in this game, you can't just come out and run basic plays. You got to get creative. You got to run creative, innovative plays. That's bottom line. And it may not seem fair, but that's what coordinators have to do for smaller schools when they're trying to upset. They have to do things that are going to catch the Miami defense off guard. An aggressive Miami defense, which does, in fact, bring me to my third point. Miami has one of the more aggressive defenses in the nation. So much that some fans say, oh, all they do is blitz every play, blah, blah, blah. And we know that's not true, but that's how aggressive they are, is that they have this, people think this about them at times. Take advantage of that. Hit them with screens. Watch what Louisville did. Louisville did a lot of plays that I would call window dressing, where they had a lot of motions, a lot of movement that kind of got the aggressive Miami defenders off guard. And listen, they lost the game 52, but they lost it 52-27. That was a lot of points scored by Louisville. You want to score on this 16th best defense in the nation, you're gonna have to catch them off guard. You're gonna have to be smart. So that's gonna bring me down to my prediction. At the end of the day, I think Miami's kind of on a roll here, and I think they're bound to close this season out strong, very similarly to the way that they did about 3 years ago in Mark Richt's first year, when they started 4-0, lost 4 straight, and then won 4 straight. I think that they're on pace for this type of finish. With that being said, we saw how dominant they were against FSU. We saw how dominant the offense was against Louisville. I think this is a football team who's probably going to win out. And these last 2 games, they're really going to make a statement for their bowl game, which I think the bowl game will be a good game. But I think whoever they play, I think FIU and Duke are going to be in for a tough time to play this Miami team. This is not disrespect to FIU. This is where I think Miami is right now and heading into the future, which hopefully can be a brighter future than the way this season has been. I say Miami wins this game by a score of 45-13. I think Miami scores early. I think FIU scores a touchdown to keep it interesting for a little bit. And I think around the second half, Miami scores about 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and they'll go ahead and close the game out. So I'll say Miami 45-13. So hey man, thank you for watching. As always, man, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you're new. As always, man, do me a favor, stay smart.